What is up, dudes? Hey, I decided to make a little video about Injustice 2, obviously, with actual Injustice 2 gameplay. No, seriously, this is Injustice 1. But they did debut a recent interview with Ed Boon, which I found on Event Hub, so you can as well, where he's talking about the game and everything, and does still sound a little bit worrisome. When he's talking about the customization, it's like you can make your own version, and it's like, are we pay to win boys here? But I'm definitely reserving judgment till further information is given. It's still very, very early, so definitely not a reason to freak out or anything. But what the big thing for me was, when I was watching this trailer, was how similar Batman and Aquaman look. Like, they have similar specials, and in the case especially with Aquaman, he showed up some very similar strings. We got to see that Batman still has his parry, which will... I'm not sure if it's going to hit lows. That was his big weakness in this game, was if you tried to hit... If he tried to parry low, it would go through. He still has his grapple gun. Sick, and I don't know if you could follow it up or anything. Definitely saw him do his forward 3 overhead, which was pretty neat. So, and also saw basically the same animations for down 1 and also stand 1. Now, I'm not sure if he'll have like the same strings and the follow-ups and all this good stuff. But just overall, he looks very similar to what we got here in Injustice 1. And I just messed the hell out of that combo, so we'll see. I doubt he's going to have this trait, which was really sick. But definitely some similarities are going on between the characters. I'm not sure he'll have up batarangs. Didn't see... I imagine he'll throw batarangs, of course, but as for what he'll have, will they be both up and down? What will happen when you meet or burn them? Everything is definitely going to be left up to more info. So let me switch over to Aquaman here. There we go. And the biggest thing I saw was he still has this string. Back 1, 2, 3, of course. He still has this trident, which you can meter burn. Of course, it's technically not completely trident, because he hits the trident in the ground, and like in an octopus tentacle comes up, you know, hentai boys, and then you can lightning it and still do that, it seems. But of course, you can still get your follow-ups. I'm not sure if that will be possible. You might have to just pure lightning, but he also has this string, his forward 2 into throw, and look at that damage. Aquaman, I mean, if he's going to play similar to Injustice 1, could be an early top pick, because he was one of the big 4 of Injustice 1, and if you did not play this game, the meta very much, as the game was kind of reaching its conclusion, was revolving around Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, Batgirl, excuse me, and Zod, who were easily the best 4 characters in the game. And then you would get like a tier under that where like you had post-nerf Superman. You know, some people had him lower, but he was still good. And there's like Wonder Woman was still pretty good. And Flash is up there. Flash is very much a top 5 contender, if not could be considered for the top 4. But definitely a discussion we could have a very long conversation about, obviously. But just the fact that, you know, it's like he's got some... Oh, he has Trident Rush again. So we'll all get to yell along with him if you'd like to once while I'm doing this. Oh! So yeah, we'll have more Trident Rush hype. Hooray, hooray. I'm trying to think what else I saw. I just really remember this string. I was like, holy shit, he's still going to have that. And you just do crap like this. And I think, yeah, he actually like did something like that combo. Either like that back 2 into scoop, and oh man, like seriously, if he has these, you know, sick and easy overhead low openers, you know, that's not even his best low. Back 1 is the like really combo starter low, and trust me, there are way better Aquaman players than me who can really max out the damage on this character. Just Aquaman was very, very powerful. Of course, his trait was, you know, you press circle, and if you were in the middle of being attacked, you essentially got the ability to block again, which was ridiculously good. It was like the only defensive trait, but I'm glad there weren't more, because his was, you know, borderline broken. So it's kind of interesting to see where we're going to go from this. Supergirl had a move that she like spun around and a tornado came out that definitely seemed very Katana-esque, especially the Royal Storm version of Fan Lift. Also, you know, she has this Heat Vision Walk, which I don't know if we're going to have hashtag Heat Vision Walk after, you know, Goro Boys. But definitely a lot of interesting things to come from Injustice 2. And seems Batman and Aquaman are pretty much going to play, at least in their base forms, the same as Injustice 1. As of right now, we'll see if there are big changes. I like how Batman's facing backwards here. That's interesting. Hopefully they fix that. But we'll also get word from Max and the Yo Video Games crew, I'm sure, after they get a chance to play it at E3, which Ed Boon has confirmed that there will be 6 playable characters there. It is playable, and I have no doubt that the Yo Video Games crew is going to be able to get their hands on it, and they'll tell us more. I'll tell you another thing I'm very excited about. Smaller stages! Oh yes, and you know, the characters are bigger. They take up more space. I do not see the zoning that was so prevalent in this game being such a huge issue. I imagine those are no longer going to be unblockable, those interactables, just like MKX, which was another problem. And hopefully will not return, because that was a pain in the butt to deal with. But honestly, it's looking interesting. And, you know, if you honestly haven't played, if you like to pick up Injustice 1, essentially, you know, if you're asking, hey, if I pick up Injustice 1 late, will it still carry over? It looks like stuff is going to carry over for sure, especially with Batman and Aquaman. Anyway, dudes, I'll be back with more of these as I kind of see more and can translate it to Injustice 1 gameplay. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.